bosom welcome you here in the flesh and on the conference call, and those that's going to come later. We're going to go over some laws and go over, the importance of it and how we are to obey the Most High. His rules and regulations. That's what the laws are, rules and regulations. So Colossians 3:17 says, and whatsoever you do in word or deed, whatever you say, whatever you do all in the name of the anointed Savior, which is Bahashama Mashiach Yahushua, giving thanks to the Most High and the Father by Him. How we give thanks to the Most High? It tells us in Ephesians 5:20. Bahashama Mashiach Yahushua, in the name of the anointed Savior. Ephesians 5:20. Giving thanks always for all things unto the Most High and the Father in the name of the anointed Savior. That's what we say, Bahashama Mashiach Yahushua, in the name of the anointed Savior, in the Hebrew. So he spoke Hebrew. And it tells you in the Apocrypha in Ecclesiasticus, the prologue of Ecclesiasticus, it tells us, for the same things uttered in Hebrew and translated to another tongue, no matter what language it is, have not the same force in them. Like you speak in English, or our brothers and sisters that speak Spanish, they speak in Spanish, it has not the same force in it, you see? Or Portuguese, or whatever language they speak, it has not the same force as the Hebrew does. It says, once again, it says, for the same things uttered in Hebrew and translated to another tongue have not the same force in them, and not only these things, but the law itself and the prophets and the rest of the books have no small difference when they are spoken in their own language. That's why a lot of times you look at the council between even the Jewish people and the Arabs. They speak in the ancient Hebrew, which we just spoke in our prayers. They speak in the ancient Hebrew because it tells you speak another language that has not the same force in it as the Hebrew. And that's the language that Mashiach Yahushua spoke. And they didn't put all these other languages that we have now on top of him when they said the King of the Jews. It was in Greek, Latin, and
so that's why we don't say Jesus.
So what?
That's why we don't say Jesus, because it's in another language.
No, the J was invented in 1630 AD. They started using that in 1630 AD. That's when the J was invented. So his name couldn't be Jesus. And when they set up Jesus, they set up Caesar Borgia in 14. Mind you, you have the King James 611 original Bible, right? There's no J in that in the original King James 611 Bible. And when they set up Jesus, they set him up, Caesar Borgia, and that's a lie. You see, he's in this picture 4 times. This is the last supper picture people have in the church and their homes. Here he is right here. Here he is right there. There he go right there. Same image, just different. Like that's one with a beard over here. That's his brother right here. That's his brother right there. That's his brother right there. That's his brother right there. Same image. That's why I say there's some witchcraft or something on this picture while people haven't looked at it to see the faces in this picture. It's the same image. That's his father sitting at the table right here. That's the same image right here. Same image right there. Same image right there. Here go his mother. That's his mother standing right there. The Caesar Borgia, that's his mother standing right there. And that's his sister sitting beside him, Lucretia. There's 5 people in this picture. They're called the Borgia family. You can go on Showtime, you can Google up on YouTube, Google up Showtime, the Borgia, B-O-R-G-I-A, and you'll see that they call them the first crime family. Here we are thinking, people thinking that this is the Mashiach Yahushua of the Bible, who they call Jesus, but he was drawn in 1492 by Leonardo da Vinci. In 1492. You see? There was no J at that time. So that's why we have the revised versions of this Bible where they put this, and they said Jesus, they made an image of him. Said this is who it is, and it's a lie. You see? That's why I said we got to deal with the truth. There's only 5 people in that picture, huh?
I seen that
Say again?
picture. I seen that picture.
You seen it before? The same one? Yeah, but you know, you see, come on, let me show you what's in here so you'll know at your young age. That's the same man right here. That's his name is Caesar Borgia. Okay, that's him right there. Same image right there. Same image right here. The same image right there. Just got a beard and gray hair, right? That's his father right here. That's his father right there. Same image. And the same image right here. That's his brother. Same image right here. You see that, right? You see it, right? Same image right here. You can point it out to people as you grow up. That's the same image right here, same image right there, same image right there. That's his mother. See, that's a lady. That's his mother right there, and that's his sister, Lucretia, sitting beside him. They're called the Borgia family, okay? Remember that. And these are the things, that's why you look at 1 Maccabees 3 and 48. This was already prophesied what would happen. But see, our people don't know because we've been programmed. Our brain's been polluted with that nonsense I just showed you. But 1 Maccabees 3:48, it tells, I mean, this is before Mashiach even came on the earth. This was prophesied, this would happen. 1 Maccabees 3:48, and laid open the book of the law, which is the Bible, wherein the heathen had sought to paint the likeness of their images. We see it. It happened. It's what they call whitewashing. They took our images and they painted them, you know, in their own images. You look at the Bible, who's in the Bible? It's not us. It's not the children of Israel, of Negro and Indian Latino descent. It is not us. It's them. The so-called white people. They're the ones that painted themselves to be the Most High, to be His only begotten Son, and the children of Israel, who we are. You see? But we don't know that because we destroyed for what? Lack of knowledge. We don't know. And nobody challenges us. Nobody gonna challenge this information. Why? Because they know they're gonna be shut down, according to as it is written. See? Another one is Wisdom of Solomon 15. This is for those that are knowledgeable. Wisdom of Solomon 15 and 4. It says, for neither did the mischievous invention of men deceive us. This mischievous invention of men to deceive us. Nor an image spotted with diverse colors, with different colors. The painter's fruitless labor, the sight whereof entices fools to lust after it. And so they desire the form of a dead image that hath no breath. See, our power is living. Mashiach is living on the right-hand side of the Most High. Both they that make them, they that desire them, and they that worship them are lovers of evil things, and are worthy to have such things to trust upon. It's cold, eh? Most High, no joke, is he breaking it down, boy. So, these are the distortions that we have been, you know, as a people, we've been programmed to believe in. There's a book called Destruction of the West Indies. When they came here in 1492, the Edomites came here in 1492, and they programmed the people. They turned their back and they read the Bible to them, the missionaries, and they killed us. They killed us. That's why it's hard for a lot of the Israelites to come back to the Bible, because they used it against us. You know, just like they programmed with all these different religions. Most High didn't give us no religion. You won't find no religion in the Bible. He gave us laws, statutes, commandments. That's why we're going over his laws, his rules and regulations. Don't you? And they tell you quick, fast, and hurry. You got to follow the law of the land, right? But what about the law of the Most High? Yeah.
What was the definition of religion? I know it's a
I'll give it to you. It's a Greek word which means it's religio. Relegio, which means to hold back, keep down, and restrain. Relegio, which means to hold back, keep down, and restrain. Relegio means to hold back, keep down, and restrain. The Most High didn't give us religion. Look at Psalm 78 and 5. This is what he gave us. Psalm 78 and 5. And it's the problem that we have because our ancestors knew. But now we don't know because we've been destroyed for lack of knowledge. Psalm 78 and 5. For he established a testimony in Jacob and appointed a law in Israel, which he commanded our fathers, that's our forefathers, that they should make them known to their children. Most High gave us moral laws, civil laws, dietary laws, ceremonial laws, and sacrificial laws. But we're not under the sacrificial law anymore, because Mashiach Yahushua was the ultimate lamb that died for we, the children of Israel, the 12 tribes of Israel. So that the generation to come might know them, even the children which should be born, who should arise and declare them to their children. We will be teaching our children the laws of the Most High, that they might set their hope in the Most High, they might have faith in the Most High, and not forget the works of the Most High, because his name is jealous. He loved to be bragged about, but keep his commandments. These are his commandments. If they're his commandments, they tell you have to follow his commandments, and what they tell you? You don't have to follow the Most High. Push the Most High aside. If they tell you have to follow his rules and regulations, everything has rules and regulations. Don't it? Everything has rules and regulations. You know? You learn from a child. Rules and regulations. First thing you start learning, right, is rules and regulations. Don't do that. Don't touch that. You get up in the morning, you brush your teeth, you wash yourself up, take a shower, everything is rules and regulations. And you get programmed to do the rules and regulations of life. This is a book of life. Every topic, everything you want to know, ain't nothing new under the sun, is right here in the Bible. It says, verse 8, it might not be as their fathers, a stubborn and rebellious generation. We don't want to be like that. A generation that set not their heart aright, their mind aright, and whose spirit was not steadfast with the Most High. You don't want us to be like that. Psalms 147, 19 and 20. Psalms 147, 19 and 20. See, and he makes it clear. He showeth his word unto Jacob, his statutes and his judgments unto Israel. He hath not dealt so with any nation. So how is another nation going to teach us of our power, Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob? They can't do it. Because it says he hath not dealt so with any nation. And as for his judgments, they have not known them. But we have known the judgment, because he said, if you follow my laws, I will bless you. If you don't follow my laws, I'm going to curse you. And that's where we at. That's why we're coming back to his laws, such commandments, to be what? Blessed. To be above all nations of the world. All you got to do is follow what he said do. And he's going to be pleased with us. Make sense? Perfect sense, that's right. Praise ye the Most High. That's what it's all about. So, let's look at, let's go into this, because he gave us his law, and we got to look at how certain parts, were very important. And let's start with Matthew 5 and 17. Matthew 5 and 17. Because people say that we're not under the law, and they say you're not under the law, the Most High, when they say that. So them saying that is very important that you understand. You got to understand what they're really telling you. Everybody with me? Because they're saying you don't have to follow the Most High. He got rules and regulations, but they tell you got to follow the law of the land, which we do. Or else they're gonna bring up a judgment against us, and they'll incriminate us, and they'll put us in jail, right? Or give you a ticket, you're gonna be fined. They're gonna do some kind of judgment against you if you don't follow their rules and regulations. That's their laws. So the Most High have laws. That's why he said they have not known the judgment of the Most High, but they're gonna know it. Right now, you know, there was an earthquake in Michigan today. 4 point something. They don't have earthquakes back there. Mashiach said there's going to be earthquakes in different places. They felt it in, like around Grand Rapids area. So I mean, it's on, it's happening. You know, it's just a matter of keeping your eyes open and seeing how what the Mashiach Yahushua said through the power of the Most High, these things going to happen in the last days are happening. Where you going to be at when it come for you? Because we going to all deal with it. It's just a matter of how we're going to be prepared when it comes. You see what I'm saying? So if you're prepared, you can bypass you. Or you got to deal with it. You see what I'm saying? So we don't know. Look at Job. I mean, you can't think that, oh, I'm so righteous that the Most High ain't gonna touch me. Don't think like that. Prepare yourself for whatever. You understand? For whatever. Prepare yourself for whatever. Like I'm telling y'all, was going through, you know, survival things that we need. You know, you have some water, a half a teaspoon of bleach within the water per gallon to preserve it. A whole teaspoon for 2 gallons of water.
What does that do?
Or bleach. It keeps it so you can drink it. It'll take all the impurities, I mean, you know, things that will, you know, mess it up. And after so long of it, you know, go so long, then you do it again. If nothing happens, then you just empty it out and then put fresh water in there, make sure you have some water. Very important. They cut the water off like they did in Detroit. They cut people's water off. They couldn't pay their bill. They didn't cut the companies that owe millions of dollars to the water because they cut their water off, but they cut water in the ghetto. You see what the woman said? They got the water going into the borough, the 5 boroughs in New York. And they coming up with diabetes, all these different things that they have against us because we the children of Israel. Why? Why you think everything is happening against us and not happening to no other nation? Police ain't shooting no other nations. They doing criminal acts. But you know Esau is the worst thief in the world. He is the thief. He stole everything. But they not getting what we're getting because we the children of Israel. And Satan know that he got a short time, the devil, so he coming down with much wrath. But it says in Matthew 5:17, this is from Mashiach Yahushua, he said, think not, you don't even think that I am come to destroy the law or the prophets. I am not come to destroy, but to fulfill. For verily I say unto you, till heaven and earth pass, one jot or one tittle shall in no wise pass from the law, till all be fulfilled. Whosoever therefore shall break one of these least commandments, and shall teach men so, he shall be called the least in the kingdom of heaven. So that's what these preachers are telling you. You don't have to follow. You're not under the law. So they're leading people to be the least in the kingdom of heaven. Because that's what he's telling you. But listen what it says. But whosoever shall do the law and teach them, which is the law, the same shall be called great in the kingdom of heaven. Now you got a choice to be the least or be the greatest. You know, one of the ones that's great in the kingdom of heaven, or the least in the kingdom of heaven. For I say unto you that except your righteousness shall exceed the righteousness of the scribes and Pharisees. He's giving you an example. If your righteousness don't exceed the righteousness of the scribes and Pharisees, because they knew the law, but they were technical. And they would walk around with, you know, the law all over, like, oh, here you go, you broke this law, you know, judging. That's why he said, remember that the woman that committed adultery said, he without sin cast the first stone. He was right on the ground, he looked up, and all of them left. Because they didn't have a man that committed adultery with her. Got to be 2 people that committed adultery. Not just her, got to be the man that committed adultery with her. Well, it could have been one of them. Who knows? They could have been attitude because he went with somebody outside of them. But they all had sin because they all left. Nobody stood before him to continue to charge her. And he forgave her, saying, hey, don't sin no more. That's the worst he would say. Worst thing gonna happen to you than you can imagine. That's why, you know, when you're forgiven, you gotta think about the things, the examples that he's given us. It says, righteousness have to exceed the righteousness of the scribes and Pharisees. Ye shall in no case enter into the kingdom of heaven. You know what I mean? That's why the Most High given us mercy and grace. Mercy is